The Stentrode is a way of recording brainwave activity, if you like, and instead of doing it through the skull, which reduces a lot of the information you can gain, it's recording through a blood vessel inside the skull, and that means you can get much more information from that signal. This is what we call a pilot feasibility study, so we're really checking that this is a safe thing to do, and any benefits that come from it are really a great bonus.
The Stentrode took a little while to develop. I made a lot of them by hand, a lot of different generations, tried a lot of things. By having a self-expanding nitinol scaffold, we're able to put it through a very small catheter, and when it gets to the region of brain responsible for movement, the motor cortex, it can expand to up to 8 millimetres to conform to the curvature of the vessel. So it was quite challenging to get the electrodes there, and certainly we've learned a lot along the way.
Whenever you're involved in a new procedure, no matter how much work you do preparing, don't actually know how it's going to go until you do the procedure. When the patients were under the general anaesthetic, when we did the puncture, each step was ticking a box. So the first bit is, can we get access? Yes, we can get access. The next is, can we get the device from low in the neck all the way up to the top of the head on the inside of the skull? And as soon as you achieve that, you get a great sense of we're there, we're on the way. The next thing is trying to make sure that the Stentrode is delivered where it needs to be delivered. So it's on the end of a very floppy, long lead, and we have to drop it to within a few millimetres of where we intend to drop it. And then we keep it stable intracranially while we take the lead outside the patient to connect to the telemetry device.
I was diagnosed with MMD in May of 2015, and from day one I was very keen to get involved in any sort of trial to prolong my life or find a cure. In April 22nd of this year I had the procedure to implant the Stentrode into my brain, my motor cortex, and the device into my chest.
So we can get below green.
Those movements are all mine. The Stentrode sits in the major vein between my motor cortex, and your motor cortex is the planning part of your brain. So the first set of trials that we did was tap your left ankle 10 times, tap your right ankle 10 times, your right wrist, your left wrist. And they took the readings from those commands to write an algorithm. I think about tapping my left ankle, but not actually tapping my left ankle. And the algorithm then identifies that brain pattern and creates a command on the screen, which would be a left mouse click, for argument's sake. If I can get to the spot I need to go to and hold that command, that thought of tapping my left ankle, I can actually zoom into the screen. I've always been conscious that this probably won't be a great help for me as an individual in the short term, because I won't get enough control to do what I could do with my hands. But those who come behind me will get that benefit. So I'm excited that we can help others.
There are a large number of neurological conditions that we can treat with this technology. At the moment we're looking at recording information to allow people to control things, but certainly in the future there's no reason we can't start putting information back, and that might be similar to some products they've got for treating Parkinson's disease or epilepsy by stimulating to suppress seizures, for example. That's not out of the realms of possibility of what we can do with the Stentrode, but in a way that doesn't require the invasive surgery.